Guys, we're all ready to start recording, please.
Well, James, how's it been? How prepared do you feel for tomorrow?
It's obviously been a quick 4 weeks, but we're prepared as we can be. The training's been really intense. The manager's really drilled in his philosophies of how we want to play as a team, the structure. So the boys are really taking it on board, and we're really looking forward to tomorrow night.
You've seen a few different types of Rangers manager in your time here. What are the main sort of differences in this pre-season? I
think you'll see the way we play, and with the ball and without the ball. I think that'll be evident when, as tomorrow unfolds and as the season unfolds, you'll see certainly a different style of play that I've probably not played since I've been here.
Again, something you're used to, but games of this importance when they come this early, is there almost an extra leadership role for you to put that across to the guys who've just come into the club?
Well, the boys know the first thought coming to sign for Rangers is to win games, and that's the demand you have as soon as you become a Rangers player and you want to become a Rangers player. So the boys know it's a must-win game. We obviously know it's 2 legs, but we obviously want to take advantage of this home leg first, and so we really want to put in a performance that we can be proud of, and also see where we're at as a team as well.
James, I think it was over the weekend you marked the 10th anniversary you signed for the club. How do you reflect on that period?
Yeah, my wife sent me a picture this morning, reminded us. So yes, it's gone quick. It's gone really quick. I think I said previous years, all the years I've been here, it's always been a roller coaster. But for all, I've always given 110% no matter what, and I'll continue to do that.
There's still so many things for you that you feel you have to achieve here.
I always want to win, and that's always been instilled in me as a little boy. I've always wanted to win, no matter what. If it's playing PlayStation against my son, or it's playing a match, or in training, I always want to win. So I always want to continue to doing that until even later in my career, and even after I've retired, and something that I go into afterwards, I want to win whatever I do.
Do you see this style for the manager trying to implement with James? He's excited for this season, ahead, as you have been a long time, when you see what he's trying to do?
I'm always excited for every season to begin, because there's always a fresh slate. But yeah, I'm really excited the philosophy that the manager is wanting us to play with the ball and off the ball. So it's going to be intense, and that's it's been shown in the pre-season that we've been doing lots of running, and the games behind closed doors, and the implements that he wants us to play. And you'll see a real big difference of how we've played over the past few years to this season.
How do you view new seasons, James? Do you kind of see it as a kind of building point from how you ended the last season and trying to improve things from that point of view, or is it a complete fresh start?
In football you will see squad members leave, new squad members arrive, so it's always a fresh squad going into any new season. But yeah, you start again, and we've got obviously a lot's changed around the club from top to bottom, so it's a fresh start for the club, and I think we're all really excited to get behind it. It's a new season, and we obviously want to push ourselves to get there to the very end.
What's the dynamic been when James did job? So you played alongside Manny and Colin Gallagher. What's that been like? And as you can learn and perhaps a little more.
I think I've had a couple of conversations with some of the younger lads, letting them know my age and that I played with him. That was his captain. I was my gaffer. So no, it's been really, really smooth, and the conversations that we've been having. But you can see his mindset of what he wants, and that's the bright side of it, and what he's demanding from us as a team, me, myself, and yeah, it's really exciting.
Did you see those credentials, the managerial credentials, when you were playing alongside him? Did you see that coming with us?
Typically not. When you play, he's really obviously an intelligent footballer. He had a great career, and you obviously seen him start to bloom when he went to Swansea, then obviously Southampton. Obviously the way he wants his teams to play. So it's obviously different compared to what he was playing as a player, but it's nice to see.
Does the start of the manager's reign this time feel a bit different from other ones, given that there is a takeover at the club and there's new investment, new direction? Does this feel different from perhaps when Philippe came in or when Michael came in?
I think the demand is always to win, and that's going to come from the fans, and I think that is our number one focus, is to win, and any manager or any player that is representing the club, that's the first and foremost objective to do, is to win games. So yeah, for Rangers that is.
You've been here when you've made it through to the Champions League group stage, but you've also been here when there's been so many memorable runs in the Europa League. How important is it that you get into the Premier competition, European football, or you just see it, take it as it comes, whatever you get into, you'll try and go as far as you can?
Yeah, and tomorrow night's the most important game of our season so far, so it's our first game. We've got to really take real advantage of being at Ibrox with our fans and trying to take a good result going over to play in the second leg, and we'll obviously focus on the second leg once we've finished tomorrow night, but we've got to make sure we can get the job done tomorrow.
When you look at the conditions that you might be facing in Athens, talking 35 degrees at kick-off time, I mean that does sort of emphasise the need for a positive result tomorrow night.
Yeah, we want a positive result just to to set ourselves as a team where we're at, and just to show everybody what we're capable of and what we're working to. But obviously we want to put ourselves in a good position going over there. Yeah, we know it's going to be a hot one over there in the second leg, so you obviously want to try and prioritise getting this first leg hopefully with a clean sheet with a few goals, then you can go over there and the other team has to chase. So our objective is to get the win tomorrow.
How challenging is it to have a game of this magnitude when you've had so little time to get to know the manager's style and to get to know new teammates as well?
I mean it's key for pre-seasons. Obviously we've only spent short 4 weeks together, but we've had double days and we've spent a lot of time with each other. A week in St George's, we've had a lot of meetings, so it's obviously been enough time to know what we need to do as a team. We just obviously got to show it on the pitch of what he wants us to do.
What are you expecting from Panathinaikos? Have you been able to do any kind of homework on what their style of play, what they're going to bring to the table?
Yeah, we looked on them a little bit, and they're going to be a tough test. It's the first competitive game of our season, so we know it's going to be a tough test, but we obviously have to concentrate on ourselves, how we want to apply ourselves in the game, and from the very first whistle we need to put our stamp on the game, so that's what we'll obviously be trying to do.
Last one, Alison, please.
We all know the magnitude of these games and what's at stake, but are these games that almost set a tone for the start of the season?
You have to set a tone. You have to set a tone in every single game. You have to set a tone when the whistles first gets blown in every game. So yeah, we obviously want to set our tone as this obviously fresh team, obviously under a new gaffer. So we obviously want to implement that and really set a mark for tomorrow night.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.